Listen, this is really important, and this one's for all the people who are saying that they're not going to vote for Joe Biden in 2024 because of what's happening in the Middle East. By punishing Joe Biden, by not voting for him, you are punishing yourselves and millions of other Americans. This is a gift to the Trump campaign. Republicans have been trying for years to make it harder for people to vote in swing states and states around the country, but especially young people, people of color, minorities, and more. By sitting on the sidelines saying, I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden, you are doing what they want. You are giving a gift to the Republicans.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. If it wasn't so scary, it would probably be a lot of fun to watch, because the American left, they're absolutely imploding, man. They're coming apart at the seams and they're going down. They're absolutely eating themselves. And they're proving once again that you can never, ever be woke enough. But before we get too far into that, guys, thanks so much to everyone that's been subscribing and leaving such great comments. Really appreciate the support. If you haven't already, join us. Help us to continue to grow. Like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. So honestly, you know, this really is no surprise to any of us that have actually been paying attention. You know, the left was always going down. I thought it would happen maybe a long time ago. You know, the only concern now is that they've really gotten so big and so systemically powerful that I worry, obviously, they could probably take the rest of us with them. And that's probably honestly the plan when you really break it down. You know, they are going to take us with them. So yeah, you know, never a surprise to watch the left implode, though I am honestly a little surprised to watch it happening over supporting terrorists and terrorism. And let me know in the comments if any of you guys saw that one coming. I did not see that coming. I knew they were unhinged. I knew they were backwards. I knew they were crazy. I didn't ever think that they would be carrying the water for terrorists, but they have completely lost their minds. And it's not just spoiled white kids on college campuses. You know, these crazy, crazy people, they've already stormed the Capitol, completely insurrection style. They've already chased the president out of the White House to safety. You saw a video of that I did a couple days ago. You have the press secretary answering questions about growing anti-Semitism with talk about fear in Muslims. She says Muslims are scared too. That was not the question. But, you know, they have gone absolutely completely crazy. And as much as I hate to see people, you know, supporting terrorists here at home, I do believe in their First Amendment freedoms. And I love the unintended consequences of watching them completely turn against Joe Biden, who, to his credit, has not turned his back on Israel. You know, and he has not embraced terrorism like the rest of them have either, at least not yet. But here's the thing, you know, the left understands that a ground operation in Gaza is going to happen. And I don't disagree with that, you know, but here's where I do disagree. I don't think that freeing the people of Gaza from the monsters of Hamas that are literally using them as human shields could possibly be a bad thing. And I can't imagine anyone is arguing that that's a bad thing. Can anyone explain to me what is possibly a bad thing about going in there and getting rid of Hamas? But anyway, all that said, you know, I do care about this issue, but I care about our safety and security here at home in America even more. And the last thing we need is to get, you know, militarily involved in any more wars, any more than we already have been, at least in this one. You know, we do not need to get dragged into World War III. And here's the question. Can we avoid all of that and still watch the left continue to fracture over this mess? You know, because what we have now are a lot of Joe Biden's younger voters who already had a ton of buyer's remorse coming out. And they're saying that they're not going to vote for Joe Biden over this, which is pretty amazing to watch. You know, it's brainwashing gone bad. That's what it is. They built these creatures, and now they're turning against them. Who saw that coming? But, you know, the same people, the Democratic Party, they've been victimizing these kids since birth, are now saying they're going to sit out the election. And if they do, it's all over for Joe for sure, which honestly, even with them, it's got to be over for Joe. I've got to believe that. You know, let me know in the comments if I'm crazy. But, you know, when even the great and all-knowing Hillary Clinton is getting confronted by her kind, by the left, about Joe Biden marching us closer to World War III like literally every day, you know, Trump is as good as picking which Bible he wants to get sworn in on, in my opinion. But let's have a look and see what sort of wisdom Hillary may have to share on this topic.
Struck by the hypocrisy
of
this.
Two more people to hear from.
I'm sorry.
You have a chance. Well, I'm not sorry. You sit down.
I know you're not sorry. That's the point. The hypocrisy of this speech. the hypocrisy of the fact that what do you have? Can you please make a statement about President Joe Biden's speech? This is a clearly warmongering speech. President Joe Biden is calling for $100 billion of funding for Israel, Taiwan, and Ukraine, and we're supposed to just bundle these together and pretend like we're going to rush to World War III, and we're all just going to let Hillary Rodham Clinton sit here. Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, this is not the way to have a conversation.
I'm sorry.
If you want to have a conversation, you're welcome to come talk to me afterwards.
You can sit here. Okay, right. You're gonna wait for me, right? Please, I do not believe you.
I will listen to you, and I will respond to you.
I do not believe you. Respectfully, I do not believe you. And the fact of the matter is that the American people's voice are what need to be heard.
Yeah, they are being heard.
Because our president is not speaking for the American people, and neither are you.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
Yes, that's my opinion.
Well, then sit down. We've heard your opinion. Thank you very much. Now we're going to turn to people.
Yeah, dude, that is an angry woman. I would imagine this is kind of what she's like when someone messes up her sandwich order or whatever crazy thing she gets mad about. And honestly, you know, she probably actually has no clue what the guy is even talking about. She's not used to ever getting confronted, and she probably just can't be bothered by worrying about such trivial peasant-like things like that. You know, but really, this is something that honestly should concern every single one of us. We have a massive debt in this country, right? And wars have consequences that we never ever see coming. Never will you ever see every consequence of war coming. You know, you can't possibly predict every possible consequence, especially when you're looping them all together and just throwing money at them. Now, that's how you end up getting Ukrainian weapons in the hands of Mexican drug cartels, allegedly. But, I mean, honestly, how ridiculous is this, guys, to lump funding together on Taiwan, Ukraine, and Israel? That just doesn't make sense to do, you know, unless it's just all about optics, you know, making our representatives and our fellow citizens have no choice but to support it, because if you don't support it, well, you hate Jews and you love Putin. That's got to be what their grift is. That's the only thing that it could possibly be about. And on top of all that, they want to do it without debate. You know, they just want to tell the Congress, this is what I want, get it done, do it. Guys, that's not the way it works. That's not the way any of this was intended to work, at least.
I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to stop it.
Working on behalf
I'm going to wait
of human rights.
I'm going to exercise my free speech.
But it's not free speech when you are disrupting everybody else's opportunity to speak.
Quick question, guys. Did Hillary ever speak out when leftist college students shouted down conservative speakers and Supreme Court justices? Did she ever pull them aside and remind them that that's not how free speech works? I very, very much doubt that she ever did or would ever do anything like that. But I'm glad to see an icon of the left finally acknowledge that, yes, that is not exactly how free speech works. I don't disagree with her here. Shouting someone down and yelling questions at them is not exactly the way to do it. That said, unlike conservative speakers on college campuses, she's not real interested in having an open discussion, so I still want to hear her answer this question.
This is free speech, everyone. This is free speech. That is not free speech. This is people constructing narratives that are openly hypocritical. I'm sorry. The incredible hypocrisy.
You know,
tell
maybe
me
you could
John
actually...
Foster Dulles went with Eleanor Roosevelt to bring this Declaration of the Rights of Man. John Foster Dulles was involved with the CIA.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're brilliant in your historical cherry picking.
The Pinochet regime.
Listen.
Could you please inform me about the United States
Okay,
in these historical things?
We're going to move on
Listen, will you denounce Joe Biden?
Will you denounce Joe Biden's human rights, not just yelling about it? So, Frank, I want to turn to you because you are from Uganda, and Uganda's 2023 Anti-Homosexuality Act criminalizes LGBTI conduct in Uganda.
To push us to World War III.
Oh,
Do you
please.
understand? It's not about Israel and Palestine. It's not football. This isn't football. It's not Team America.
Well, I'm sorry, but some of us are on Team America despite our flaws and our problems.
Yes, that's me.
And some of us, every person on this stage,
you have to stop right now.
You have to stop.
Or what? Wait, I want to say one thing. Every person on this stage has risked their life, their income, their reputation, their careers, and what have you done other than stand up and disrupt?
I need you to
I will put my record and these women's records and Frank's records against you any day of the year.
I'll respond. What I have done is I have asked Hillary Rodham Clinton to denounce the president's openly warmongering, suicidal, idiotic speech.
And I've given my answer. I will not do that. So that's the end of our conversation. But I'll still meet you outside. But you're done.
Right now.
Okay, Frank. Frank has.
So yeah, I mean, there's that. I'm not entirely sure what the kid's politics are. You really can't tell. But, you know, the reason that I can't tell is because everything he was saying, everything that he's legitimately concerned about, should honestly be concerning to everybody, to all of us, regardless of some ingrained political tribalism, whatever R or D you hold your allegiance to, unreturned allegiance. This should make sense to all of us. You know, that said, I would guess that this guy is one of those disenfranchised, anti-war leftists that kind of really thought they were getting what they thought they were getting with people like AOC, and now they're seeing that they're the only ones who are anti-war. The people who really do have, these people have the worst case of buyer's remorse because they have supported these people for years based on their social politics, the perception that the Democrats are the only party that actually care about equality, actually care about fairness, civil rights, or whatever else. Insert thing there, When come to find out, when they stop to look at what the world actually looks like, they should have just been voting for freaking Lindsey Graham and all his buddies and kept their taxes nice and low on the way to World War III. That's how they're feeling right now. That's how a lot of people on the left are feeling. But so yeah, these people are pissed. They are really, really upset. And it really is causing the left to kind of disintegrate right in front of our eyes. It makes you wonder if they can survive. Are the go-to identity politics, are they even going to be enough, to bring all these warring factions together when it's time to have the election? I don't know. I really hope not. But, anyway, guys, that's my take. Let me know yours in the comments. I thought you'd like to see old Hillary doing her thing. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.